Vertical angles. I want you to find your box. Your graphic organizer. Find the box for vertical angles. In that box, I want you to add the sentence that you see on the screen. Vertical angles are congruent. And here is the symbol for congruent. Congruent means exactly the same. Vertical angles are congruent. The nice thing about vertical angles, to remember them, is that it looks like, you know how it starts with the letter V? If I draw another V on the bottom, I have vertical angles. Or if I draw two V's sideways, I have vertical angles. V, vertical angles. I also think of it as like a bow tie that we see that are pretty popular now. It looks like the bow ties. Okay? The other nice thing about vertical angles is that if you know the measure of one, you know the measure of the other one. For example, this one's 40, so this one's 40. There's another pair of vertical angles in this picture. If I tell you this angle right here is 60 degrees, how much is this angle down here on the bottom? 60 degrees. They match. Does everybody understand that? Yes? Good. Okay, now let's look at some questions using what we know about vertical angles. First of all, is this a pair of vertical angles? Yes or no? I can't hear you. Yes. We have our V's, okay? This angle measure here is 60, so what's this angle measure on this side? What? 60 degrees. It would be helpful if you are looking at the screen instead of down at your computer or down at your table. There's no reason to. Next, we have another pair of vertical angles. This angle here is 146. So what's this angle measure here? 146. They're congruent to each other. What if I tell you this angle measure here is 40 degrees? What's this one? 40 degrees. Okay, those are your vertical angles. So when you go out to find real life images, you're looking in real life for a picture that has something like this. I don't want you to turn in a picture of a math problem or a mathematical angle. That's not what I'm looking for. I have those all day long. I want real life pictures of where you see vertical angles. Understood? Okay. The next type of angle, complementary angles with an S. What does the S tell us? There's more than one angle. So for your complementary angles, you have to have more than one angle. Complementary adds up to 90. So here are two complementary angles because 45 degrees plus 45 degrees adds up to 90 degrees. Here's another pair of complementary angles. Why are these two angles complementary angles? It adds up to 90 degrees. They're complements of each other. Okay? Now let's look here. Supplementary angles. More than one. They add up to 180. So in your project, you need to have two angles that add up to 180. Not one angle. Let me go back to complementary. This is what I've seen on some people's project. They've turned in a picture that looks like this. It's like some type of wedge or ramp that a bicycle can go up. Okay? That's their complementary angle. Now that would not be complementary because that is only a right angle. That's not complementary. Complementary has more than one. So in this picture, you would also need to have some other type of angle in here for it to be complementary. Don't give me a picture that's just strictly a right angle. You understand? Okay. Supplementary is the same way. Two angles that add up to 180. Now, tell me, looking at these pictures, whether what we see is complementary, supplementary, or neither. Okay, here's our first pair. Let me blow it up. Here's our first pair. We have 110 and 40. Is that going to be complementary, supplementary, or neither? How would it be supplementary? That adds up to 180. 110 plus 40 adds up to 180. Huh? 150. So would it be supplementary then? Is it complementary? Is it neither? This would be neither one. Come on, y'all. Y'all are smarter. Way smarter than that. This is the first group that's done that all day. Yeah, but somebody said it's supplementary. It's the first time I've had that all morning. All right, next. A 60-degree angle and a 30-degree angle. Complementary. Yes. Why?
Because if you add them up, it adds up to 90 degrees.
Yes. Excellent. Next. Complementary, supplementary, neither. Hmm? It's supplementary. Why? Excellent. Supplementary. Good. Okay, next two angles. An 80-degree angle and a 10-degree angle. Complementary. Why? Adds up to 90. Good job. All right, now. Okay. She said that's something you'll learn in 8th grade too. So yes, memorize it. Now, let me take you back to elementary school. When you learned about acute, obtuse, you probably have some little rhyme for obtuse and little rhyme for acute, little angle. Okay? And then we have a right angle, and there's one other angle you learned. I already said that one. I said obtuse, acute, and right. There's a fourth one. It looks like this. Yes, you got it. It's called a straight angle. It's a straight angle. Okay? Now, how many degrees in a straight angle? Not 0. 180 degrees in a straight angle. That's right. That's something you should know from elementary school. A straight angle is 180. Okay? Now, in your graphic organizer, in the middle bubble where you wrote angle relationships, in that bubble, I want you to draw a straight angle, and I want you to put 180 degrees on top. Now, do you know how things in life sometimes get kind of boring and we try to fix it up? Like, for example, when you get yourself ready for school, you can choose to wear something that's kind of plain and boring. And then the next day, it's like, okay, I'm going to change up a little bit and wear something cute, kind of. Like me, my shirt today is kind of loud. It's bright. It's got all these zigzags. Some people think it makes you look kind of crazy and it kind of gives your eyes issues. Or some people think it may be cute. I personally think I'm cute, as always. But you kind of fix it up. You kind of dress it up. Same thing with a straight angle. You know I'm being funny, right? Okay. With a straight angle, it's boring. There's nothing going on with that straight angle except for we know it's 180 degrees. Yes, do we all agree there? That's just a fact. Now, I'm going to fix this up. I'm going to complicate it a little bit. I'm going to add a line anywhere I want to on this line. There's my line. Now, like I said, I can add this line anywhere I want to. I can move it. I can add it anywhere I want to on this line right here. So I'm just going to choose to let it land right in here. Okay, you follow me? Now, how many angles did I make? 2. There's an angle here, and there's an angle here. Y'all see the 2 angles I'm talking about here and here? If I add up these 2 angles, what will they add up to? Huh? Why? It's a straight angle. This all together adds up to 180. So if I add up those 2 angles I just made, they better add up to 180. So if I tell you this angle right here is 50, no, that needs to be bigger than that. Let's say 80 degrees. Let's say this one's 80 degrees. How much is this angle right here? 100. Because these 2 together must add up to 180. Okay, let's go down here and look. Okay, so here we once again have a straight angle, and we've split that straight angle up. How many degrees for this missing angle then? Huh? 60. You know that for your project, one of your angles is a linear pair. That's one of your angles. This is what I mean by a linear pair. It's like a straight line with a kickstand somewhere on it. Kind of like the windshield wipers on your parents' car. That could be the kickstand, because the windshield has a straight line at the bottom, and that windshield wiper goes back and forth, and it keeps making all those different angles. Okay? Do you understand that? There's a real life application of a linear pair of angles. So when you do linear, you're looking at 180. Okay, let's look again. Find the value. If this one's 80, we've got a straight boring line that we've added some spice to by putting a kickstand on it. Then what do I get here? 100. Now, you know when I told you I can spice it up a little bit a second ago? Look how complicated I can make this. I want you to watch this. I can make all of those angles out of that one straight angle. And guess what? If I add up this angle plus this angle plus this angle plus this angle plus this angle, they all add up to 180 degrees. Okay? So it can get very, very complicated. Or it can be kind of plain and just have one kickstand. You just have to know that it all adds up to 180. Okay, let's look at this one here. What's our angle measure going to be here? 140 degrees. Okay, good. All right, next slide. The last one. Now, you know how we took the straight line and we spiced it up? Now let's take a plain old right angle and make it spice up by adding a line to it. So now we're going to add a kickstand inside of a right angle. So what do these 2 angles add up to? Huh? These 2 angles add up to 90 degrees. Okay. So, and I can make this as complicated as I want. I can keep adding lines in here and split that up as many times as I want to. So let's look here. If this one's 20, how much is this one then? No, sir. If this one's 20, good try. How much is this one? What? Why is it 70? They have to add up to 90. We're not doing supplementary anymore. That was a straight line. I moved to a right angle. So if you're listening and you're following, you wouldn't tell me 160. That doesn't make sense. 160 is an obtuse angle. That's not even, this angle right here that I'm referring to is not even obtuse. 160 is a pretty fat angle. So it can't be 160. That doesn't even, common sense wise, it doesn't make sense. Okay, let's do another one. This one's 70. This angle measure has to be 20. Good, 90 degrees. Okay, next, this one is 50. This one has to be 40 degrees. Excellent. Okay. Complementary, supplementary, or neither? Supplementary because it equals 180. Complementary, supplementary, or neither? Complementary. Why? Equals 90. Complementary, supplementary, or neither? Supplementary. Good. Complementary or supplementary?
Complementary.
Complementary. Good. Complementary or supplementary?
Neither.
Neither. Excellent. Complementary or supplementary?
Complementary.
Excellent. Okay, now we're looking for the missing angle measures. Okay, on this one's 17. You'll need some scratch paper or be able to do some math in your head or a calculator, either or. You're welcome to use your devices for a calculator. We have 17 degrees here. I need to know this missing angle measure here. What will it be?
73.
73 degrees. Why? Because they have to add up to 90 degrees. Okay, next one. I need to know this angle measure. 60 degrees. Good job. Because they have to add up to 180. It's a linear pair. Okay, next. What? That would be too much. 62 degrees. Yes. Okay, next. 34 degrees and what? 56. Yes. Good job. Okay, next. 70 and 20. Excellent. Okay, next. 61. 119. Okay, next. 41. 49. Good. You got the hang of it. Okay. Now, there's a sheet that you're going to do when you finish your project that asks you for the missing angle measures of vertical ones. You'll have some vertical ones. We didn't see any vertical ones in here, I don't think. Let me see if, nope, we didn't have any ones except for in the beginning. So if I tell you that this angle is 40, what's this angle right here? 40. So you'll have vertical ones, you'll have supplementary, complementary, and linear ones on the sheet. Understand? Okay.